Greetings, Supreme Being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. Okay, what do I have to report for Universal Peace? Well, let's see. The title of the video, of course, Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation Facebook page is back. And the other thing was a new gigantic rodent discovered on Mars. We already saw this one with the original picture also with it. This is the original. And now we found a new picture of a rodent, Martian rodent supposedly. This is the official mars.jpl.nasa.gov website. And I think a rock with a tail like this, and ears and eyes, etc. It's really interesting. These rodents on Mars look the same as Earth rodents. Just are similar to our rodents. Let's see what I find when I type in anti-human culling and population. Well, then apparently we find this I support human culling and depopulation Facebook page. And of course, naturally, species go extinct. And I'm a vegetarian, so I'm also against crimes some people do against animals. They abuse animals. I'm against that shit. But often I think these are people that would also help with the human culling and depopulation. And often these people have abused people because they were abused themselves, and it's just what it seems to do. Type of programming that's also used in AI, they're just passing it on, etc. So the question is how to break the vicious circle of abuse and create a better future for everyone. But now we find the anti-human culling and depopulation community on Facebook. Oh. Okay, you can read this out with the speech engine. I might have a backup of the old Facebook anti-human culling and depopulation page somewhere. But for now, this is totally new. Trying to put it on the this one.
Anti-human culling and depopulation, 18 hours conspiracy facts, not theories. Conspiracy factists, not conspiracy theorists. Truth tellers, truthers and truths unite to prevent the disgusting illegal genocide. Switch the brain control and directed energy weapon torture equipment and take over to create a permanent cure against aging and a perfect society, non-fictional utopia, instead of destroy countries and force a negative dystopian new world order aka Fourth Reich upon the people after murdering 7 billion of its human inhabitants. See below for links and better essential info for your survival. Truthers. Truther. Anti-human culling and depopulation, 18 hours edited. Cancer chemtrails are not a conspiracy theory. Cancer chemtrails are conspiracy fact because before 1998, the beginning of Project Cloverleaf, there were no chemtrails. See photos and films made before 1998. They now pretend the cancer-causing barium is for weather modification purposes, but in reality we are due for the next ice age and the cancer chemtrails contain man-made viruses and altered blood plasma so they are absorbed faster by the skin. The pictures of the CIA's evergreen errand pictures of cancer-causing tetrionatoless planes with dispersal units and patents also make clear these dispersal units are not used for ballast. They pretend it's allowed to experiment upon the human population with these man-made viruses and pretend they are vaccines. The mainstream media lie to designer Ebola virus is not airborne and that there is no cure, which there is. Colloidal silver proven effective by UCLA and the DoD's STRA. See the list of pandemics caused by vaccinations. List of pandemics caused by vaccinations in 1871 and 2, England. With 98% of the population aged between 2 and 50 vaccinated against smallpox, it experienced its worst ever smallpox outbreak with 45,000 deaths. During the same period in Germany, with a vaccination rate of 96%, there were over 125,000 deaths from smallpox. The Hadron documents, in Germany, compulsory mass vaccination against diphtheria commenced in 1940 and by 1945 diphtheria cases were up from 40,000 to 250,000. Don't get stuck. Hannah Allen, in the USA in 1960, two virologists discovered that both polio vaccines were contaminated with the SV40 virus, which causes cancer in animals as well as changes in human cell tissue cultures. Millions of children had been injected with these vaccines. Med Journal of Australia, March 17, 1973, p. 555. In 1967, Ghana was declared measles-free by the World Health Organization after 96% of its population was vaccinated. In 1972, Ghana experienced one of its worst measles outbreaks with its highest ever mortality rate. Dr. H. Albanico, MMR vaccine campaign in Switzerland, March 1990. In the UK between 1970 and 1990, over 200,000 cases of whooping cough occurred in fully vaccinated children. Community Disease Surveillance Centre, UK. In the 1970s, a tuberculosis vaccine trial in India involving 260,000 people revealed that more cases of TB occurred in the vaccinated than the unvaccinated. The Lancet, December 1, ADP 73, in 1977. Dr. Jonas Salk, who developed the first polio vaccine, testified along with other scientists that mass inoculation against polio was the cause of most polio cases throughout the USA since 1961. Science 4/4/77 abstracts, In 1978, a survey of 30 states in the U.S. revealed that more than half of the children who contracted measles had been adequately vaccinated. The People's Doctor, Dr. R. Mendelsohn. In 1979, Sweden abandoned the whooping cough vaccine due to its ineffectiveness. Out of 5,140 cases in 1978, it was found that 84% had been vaccinated 3 times. BMJ 283 696 to 697, 1981, the February 1981 issue of the Journal of the American Medical Association found that 90% of obstetricians and 66% of pediatricians refused to take the rubella vaccine. In the USA, the cost of a single DPT shot had risen from 11 cents in 1982 to $11.40 in 1987. The manufacturers of the vaccine were putting aside $8 per shot to cover legal costs and damages they were paying out to parents of brain-damaged children and children who died after vaccination. The Vine, Issue 7, January 1994, Nambour, QLD. In Oman between 1988 and 1989, a polio outbreak occurred amongst thousands of fully vaccinated children. The region with the highest attack rate had the highest vaccine coverage. The region with the lowest attack rate had the lowest vaccine coverage. The Lancet, September 21, 91. In 1990, a UK survey involving 598 doctors revealed that over 50% of them refused to have the hepatitis B vaccine despite belonging to the high-risk group urged to be vaccinated. British Med Journal, January 27, 1990. In 1990, the Journal of the American Medical Association had an article on measles which stated although more than 95% of school-aged children in the U.S. are vaccinated against measles, large measles outbreaks continue to occur in schools and most cases in this setting occur among previously vaccinated children. JAMA, November 21, 90. In the USA, from July 1990 to November 1993, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration counted a total of 54,072 adverse reactions following vaccination. The FDA admitted that this number represented only 10% of the real total, because most doctors were refusing to report vaccine injuries. In other words, adverse reactions for this period exceeded 500,000. National Vaccine Information Center, March 2, 1994. On November 2, 2000, the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, AAPS, announced that its members voted at their 57th annual meeting in St. Louis to pass a resolution calling for an end to mandatory childhood vaccines. The resolution passed without a single no vote. Report by Michael David. In the New England Journal of Medicine July 1994 issue, a study found that over 80% of children under 5 years of age who had contracted whooping cough had been fully vaccinated. http://universalpeace.edublogs.org/ Anti-human culling and depopulation, 18 hours next false flag, CIA's ISIS Ebola bomb to go off in New York? It's clear they want to depopulate to 500 million, but how are they going to exterminate 7 billion of us? Mail me, Skype me, join me, like me, preventing beats curing. universalpeace.edublogs.org, universalpeace.jimdo.com, youtube.com/ Ulrich BC Hoffman FFN, Skype, Prologic 999, email, ulrichbchoffman@gmail.com, back on Facebook, Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation Community page. Anti-human culling and depopulation, 18 hours. It is clear there are people that want to depopulate the earth from illegal statements of people and the illegal Georgia Guidestones, which are in violation of the Genocide Convention. Unite against the loonies that believe in the "we are overpopulated" lie. Everybody, 7 billion people, would fit into Australia, have more than enough to eat in their own piece of land if we would divide the Earth's wealth equally among men. Please join us and like the Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation Community Facebook page. Unite, unite, unite against the low-hearted, ultra-sadistic and often satanic Luciferian cannibals, Jesuits and other fools that want to depopulate the Earth to turn it into a negative dystopian hellhole aka New World Order aka Fourth Reich aka global government, and unite with preppers in order to survive this. Expose active measures aka ideological subversion, the globalist pedophile elite's plans to enslave us all and murder us all. United we stand, universal peace now. Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation, 19 hours. The Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation Facebook page is back. The previous version was removed and I do not know why. For as far as I know, I did not receive any email telling me it would be removed. The YouTube video of the previous page is still available, https www.youtube.com/ watch v equal bb7cqkcma18. Join the I Am Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation community on Facebook, facebook.com/pages/ I-am-anti-human-culling-and-depopulation. Please like me and spread the info to prevent being depopulated yourself. I would like to start off with the fact that depopulation, genocide and democide are in violation of the Genocide Convention and a gross violation of standards of common decency. Killing one person is illegal already, let alone killing 7 billion people, which the Georgia Guidestones of Mr. Rockefeller donated under the pseudonym of Robert Christian suggest, and Nazi eugenics is illegal as well. The taxpayers have paid tax money to be protected and served by the government, not tortured and exterminated like vermin with hybrid insects, chemtrails, Google, CIA's evergreen air, GMOs, food as a weapon, illegal laws, BFSA, NDAA, a European version EAW, poisoned water, self-lobotomizing replicating, lipid, nanotechnology, scalar weapons, wars, false flags, the airborne Ebola laws, the Chimera virus, and zombifying lobotomizing killer vaccines and other slow and soft kill methods. Facebook.com/anti-human-culling-and-depopulation. Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation Community. Exposing the people that want 7 billion of us dead, exposing their next false flag attack and depopulation methods, and showing people how to survive. Unite. Biker Mice from Mars, The Adventure Begins Part 1. October 4th, 2010. List of pandemics caused by vaccinations. Anti-Human Culling and Depopulation, 18 hours edited. Ufologist claims he's spotted a gigantic Martian rodent in Curiosity rover footage. Mars JPL NASA Gov. Obama is a Luciferian and ISIS is CIA. What else is new? Respite it. European civilization is doomed. Obama vows to keep America's borders open to refugees. Infowars.com. NSA. No? Oh, I'm NSA then. Project Bluebeam. Never mind that they were brain-controlled with synthetic telepathy.com, like remotely controlled cows, robots, zombies, RCCRZ. From 2010 to 2019 there were only 4 high school shootings with more than 2 dead. Most of these staged high school shootings to push their illegal gun ban led to injuries but no deaths. If the evil ones are smart enough to unite, so should we be. Timeline of my life, not utopia, utopia. Episode is so alright, lol. Luciferian oath equals unsustainability. Sustainability equals unsustainability, remember? Education. Most people do not know the antonym of genocide, genocide. People suffer and practically all these groups are helping to depopulate the earth. Jesuits, Bilderberg, the Freemasons, Planned Parenthood, B&M Gates Foundation, Monsanto, the UN. The groups of believers including the Satanists that control them, the Alphabet Agency CIA NSA Mossad AIVDFSB, the Rockefeller Foundation, CIA's ISIS, the Priory of Zion, Club of Rome and the Knights of blah blah. The list goes on and on. Anonymous is CIA as well and made to promote the kill switch and internet laws that will fill the pockets of the rich corporations depopulating the earth at the cost of the taxpayers. If people do not unite en masse against these murderous and genocidal people that want to murder 7 billion of us, together they are less than 1% of the world's global population, terrorizing the rest of us with directed energy weapons and depopulation methods such as poisoning. Based on the UN numbers, zero population growth will occur between 2020 and 2029. Even in 2000, the UN low for zero population growth to occur was in 2038. Now the UN is forecasting a population of 9 billion by 2050 and 10.1 billion by 2100. Are these new fabricated population numbers a cover for the culling of Homo sapiens? I believe they are. Depopulation.org. Contraceptive epicide corn. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. R. Buckminster Fuller. Be the change you wish to see in life. Prabha Gandhi. Death by medicine. Trailer. The third leading cause of death by medicine. Iodine replaced by bromine, thyroid disrupting toxins. Biodiversity. See next section for more. One species goes extinct every 144 seconds. Species go extinct naturally. It's called evolution. Not all humans are as evil as the ones that want to depopulate the earth, that have been abused and see the humans as a cancer upon the earth. Most of them are not. Will we choose extinction or immortality? The believers have heaven. We will settle for earth and the universe. Keep it real. Taking countermeasures is not enough. Nazi eugenics and people advocating a depopulation must be arrested, and the poisoning, directed energy weapon torture and Luciferians must be stopped. The only way is killing them if the infant-eating Jesuits control the Supreme Court, the Spermy Court, epicide corn, genocide corn. To make them forget about the soy lecithin in their chocolate. Yummy yummy, so lecithin, MS. Are we a neutral country yet, and has the marriageable age been raised to 18 worldwide? No? We should get married, eat cake and fly to some tropical island together then. Only if you are younger than 18 and like my looks, of course. And produce a film about it to advocate raising that marriageable age to 18 worldwide. We can produce lots of kids for the new world order, because I drink filtered tap water and never eat products that contain soy, corn and other ingredients that are often genetically modified unless they are bioorganic. Echo. Epicide, contraceptive corn, YouTube. Rents.com. Scientists create GM corn which prevents human conception, by Robin McKee. Science editor, The Observer, London, 9-9-1. Scientists have created the ultimate GM crop, contraceptive corn. Waving fields of maize may one day save the world from overpopulation. The pregnancy prevention plants are the handiwork of the San Diego biotechnology company Epicide, where researchers have discovered a rare class of human antibodies that attack sperm. By isolating the genes that regulate the manufacture of these antibodies, and by putting them in corn plants, the company has created tiny horticultural factories that make contraceptives. We have a hothouse filled with corn plants that make anti-sperm antibodies, said Moore's gigantic mouse, and other strange anomalies. Art Alien TV, 720p 60. Let love rule. Unite to prevent their planned genocide. To prevent becoming a victim of their illegal population reduction and human culling yourself. They are one with their hybrid insects. Synthetic telepathy is real. Understand, their voice of God weapon is not God. The directed energy weapon torture is done by satanic pedophiles that do not prevent 30 million children from disappearing yearly worldwide. Civil disobedience is for pussies, losers and illegal. Non-compliance means not killing your fellow humans, not taking their chemical thus cancer-causing drugs, and exposing the murderers that want 93% of us dead that believe in the overpopulated lie. Without people believing in the lie that we are overpopulated, the human culling and depopulation and therewith the New World Order does not stand a chance of ever coming into existence. The CIA's Anonymous would not start a war against the CIA's ISIS. Only the real Anonymous would make clear it's CIA. The same people slowly poisoning everyone to death with their cancer chemtrails, CIA's evergreen air. The following from the wonderful naturalnews.com website. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, for example, provided significant funding to the University of North Carolina to develop ultrasound and fertility technology that could render human sperm unviable for up to 6 months. Reported by the BBC, this technology was proven effective on rats, and it's only one of 78 different research projects the Gates Foundation has funded under the guise of global health programs. The 7 threats to your survival and fertility. 1. GMOs. Engineered to grow poisonous chemicals right in the crops themselves. GMOs are also designed to cause reproductive failure in any mammal consuming them. 2. Vaccines. Loaded with stealth cancer viruses and chemical adjuvants. Vaccines are the primary cause behind today's rising rates of infertility, birth defects and spontaneous abortions. Vaccines are aggressively pushed in minority neighborhoods and low-income areas. 3. Chemtrails. Formulated with aluminum, barium and other heavy metals, chemtrails cause human exposure to toxic metals that impair brain function and neurological function. This exposure may contribute to birth defects and deformities, but details need to be further explored. 4. Prescription medications. Prescription drugs and chemotherapy damage DNA, promote impotence and decrease both sperm quality and egg quality. 5. Chemical food additives. These chemicals damage DNA and egg quality, causing infertility to be passed down through multiple generations of females. What you eat today can damage the eggs of your great-great-great-granddaughter. Poisons in the food supply right now include sodium nitrite, in nearly all processed meats, MSG, aspartame and chemical preservatives. 6. Biological weapons release. A possible fast kill scenario being explored by world governments. A biological weapons release can burn through the population with high kill rates while being conveniently blamed on any desired scapegoat such as a fictional terrorist group. We are at war with Eurasia. 7. Food fascism leading to starvation. Corporations like Monsanto are seeking total global domination and corporate ownership over the entire food supply. This concept is called food fascism, and it would allow corporations and governments to determine who eats and who starves. Notice how home gardens are under attack? Raw milk centers are raided at gunpoint? Backyard ranching is being criminalized? This is all part of the food fascism assault that's already underway in our world. G. Nemo, InfoWars webmaster. To avoid GMOEM. More from Natural News. The 10 strategies for beating the odds and winning the survivor game. Number 1. Avoid all poisons. These means eliminating all GMOs, fluoride, aspartame, MSG, artificial fragrances, chemical medications, chemical food additives and all other synthetic chemicals from your life. For most families, this means cutting your pantry, bathroom counters, garage chemicals and lawn care chemicals. Remember, the globalist controllers refuse to eat GMO and consume only organic foods. Ever wonder why? Because they know the chemical-laden, genetically modified foods are being used to kill off the uninformed masses. Number 2. Use nutrition to protect your DNA. This is absolutely crucial. Good nutrition, superfoods, high mineralization, antioxidants, plant concentrates, etc. can prevent DNA damage from exposure to low levels of radiation as well as toxic chemicals. Above all, good nutrition boosts reproductive health, sperm quality, egg quality, and even brain function, so you think more clearly and don't get suckered into globalist propaganda. Number 3. Do not vaccinate your children. This is a key defense against the great culling. Those who vaccinate their children condemn them to increased risks of infertility, thereby putting their entire genetic line at risk of annihilation. By avoiding vaccines and allowing your children to naturally experience the chicken pox or measles, you actually make them stronger and more resistant to future infections. Number 4. Grow your own food. The only food you can truly trust is food you grow yourself. Using heirloom seeds, ocean water trace mineral concentrates, soil probiotics and rainwater, grow food that nourishes your body and brain. Save your seeds and replant them each season. Over time, They will adapt to your specific soils and climate, improving yields and seed viability. Number 5. Learn skills of self-defense and physical security. Be prepared to physically defend your life, home and property against tyrants, looters, criminals or even zombies. Learn the fundamental skills of self-defense, weapon competency and marksmanship. Number 6. Reject mainstream propaganda. In order to protect your mind, you must refuse to subject yourself to the mind-numbing propaganda of the mainstream media. This means throwing out your television, shutting off cable news, and shifting to information sources such as truth-telling websites and books. Number 7. Do not try to save everyone. I resent this statement. Most of the masses will be cold. They are already beyond hope, having been poisoned with fluoride, vaccines, GMOs and other chemicals into a state of total denial. Have compassion for them, for they are the last of their kind. But do find other aware and informed survivors and get to know them. Share skills and knowledge. Form a community defense plan for a worst-case scenario possibility. Cross-train each other to spread skills across the group. There is strength in numbers. Number 8. Follow a philosophy of core redundancies. Examine all the critical infrastructure necessary to support your life: food, water, heat, shelter, emergency medicine, defense, communications, etc. And put at minimum a second layer of redundancy in place for each one. Number 9. Train yourself for mental adaptability. In order to survive, you must not allow yourself to ever be locked into the tunnel vision of narrow thinking. To survive, you must be able to adapt, solve problems, and use resources in innovative ways. Training for this can include solving mental puzzles, including playing problem-solving puzzle video games, exploring the outdoors, learning new skills, such as juggling, and trying out new hobbies. Do not let your mind stagnate. You will need it to be flexible. Number 10. Avoid radiation exposure. Nothing damages your DNA faster than radiation, and sources of radiation are all around us. From the TSA body scanners at the airport to the CT scans ordered by your doctor, these harmful, ionizing radiation procedures damage your DNA and compromise fertility. Avoid using cell phones, smart meters and even Wi-Fi, if possible. Especially avoid medical imaging scans, dental x-rays and security scans of all kinds. Radiation damage is cumulative, meaning it gets progressively worse over time as you are exposed to repeated doses of low-level radiation. Nothing about HERP and directed energy weapons being the number one depopulation tool.
I don't see the view meter anymore. Perhaps I have to turn off this. Like this? Oh yeah. Like this, the view meter is back. Okay. So now I assume it was on all the time. Haha. I hope this is the right mic. Okay. So single women are welcome for shiatsu massage, drink something, smoke something, have a good time, watch a movie perhaps. Well, my hair, I do have hair on top of my head, but it's short, so it seems like I'm almost bald on top, but it's not true. You can also feel my hair, and it's just as long as the hair on the side, so if I let it grow more, but usually I like to shave it off, keep it short. Anyway, yeah, you can always Skype me. I give you all the links and all the information you need to survive what's coming. And the more there are of us, the better. That's what I think. So help all the fellow humans to become eternal and create a perfect society on Earth in which we all live happily eternally, which is possible because everything is energy. Okay, universal peace now. Universal peace.